to do a video about the Kyleena Iud. There isn't very many on YouTube, and I've seen the horror stories for, you know, the IUDs and everything, and people think they're excruciating, and I'm not going to tell you it doesn't suck. It kind of does. I know that beforehand for one reason, and one reason why. I attempted to get the Skyla a couple years ago, and at the time, it's not the case anymore apparently, according to an ultrasound. At the time, my uterus was severely retroverted. In turn, it's flipped backwards severely. And only 20% of women have that type of uterus. I was one of them. So, my doctor, he attempted to insert the Skyla the first time he tried. It wasn't so bad. The cervical tenaculum sucked. That's the part I hate the most. You know, that pinch, and you're just like, ugh, you know, it kind of sucks. So, you know, the sounding, he tried to sound my uterus, but my cervix wasn't cooperating. That's what he thought it was to begin with. So, he stopped the procedure, and he sent me home with a pill to dilate my cervix. And he said, come back in like 4 hours. Because I had it done in the morning that time. So I, you know, went to the pharmacy, got the pill. You're supposed to wait a few hours. I think it's 2 hours, but I didn't get back there until 4 hours later. And I did all the instructions exactly like he said. Everything. He tried again. And at that point is when that cervical tenaculum hurt like a motherfucker. Excuse my French, but that shit hurt because it was already raw from the first time. It isn't bad when they do it the first time. It's a pinch and it hurts, but it's a very short ow type of hurt. You know, it's not anything that lasts forever. So, but when he went back in and did it the second time, that hurt. My legs were shaking. That was bad. And then he tried to sound the uterus again, and guess what? He figured out at that point that he couldn't safely get the IUD in. He couldn't sound my uterus. He couldn't get the angle properly, you know? Couldn't go down. So he said, we're stopping. You are in way too much pain for this, and I'm just stopping it now. I agreed, and then we went on to another birth control regimen, which, honest to God, every single birth control regimen I have been on has not cooperated with my body in any way, shape, or form. So, a couple months ago, just about, I went in for an ultrasound to check to see if I had any cysts on my ovaries, because it's a family thing. And I do have one big one, and then a few little ones. And he put me on the patch, which was god awful. Don't do the patch. If your body does not tolerate like any strong hormones, don't do it, because it's just gonna make you feel sick all the time, and it was bad. But sorry, lost my train of thought. So I asked him, you know, I was like, I was talking about my uterus being tilted, and he said, actually, it's back in normal position again. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you said that the only way that could happen is if I have a kid, which I wasn't doing anytime soon. So, me and my fiance, we don't know about kids yet, so I'm trying to prevent that at the moment. And he said some uteruses are dynamic. They might just go back into place on their own. They just move. Yours might be like that. So I'm like, okay, so then in that case, can we try the Skyla again? And he's like, yeah, we could try it again. Everything should be in order for this time. And instead of the Skyla, he went with the Kyleena, which is another form of the Mirena. It's smaller than the Mirena, made for women who have not had children. That was a problem with some women. They were getting the Mirena, and their uterus was too small. It was a big complication. So, So he's going with the Kyleena this time. Now, I'm not so much scared of the pain aspect of this whole thing. I'm nervous as I'll get out. I'm not nervous about the pain. I already know what's coming. It does hurt. It sucks. What I'm scared about is my experience the first time trying to get this damn thing. And not everybody has the experience I had. It doesn't like that. So what he's gonna do this time is he's gonna use ultrasound guidance to insert the IUD. And in case my uterus does, it's between now and then, just decide to move, he's gonna use an ultrasound to guide it in properly. So that's where I'm headed to right now. I know I'm driving and making a video, but I have a thing on my dashboard. I'm not touching my phone. I'm just talking and driving. I'm perfectly safe. So I'm on my way to my doctor's office. It's a long trip out to my doctor's office from work. They tell you to take ibuprofen. I take ibuprofen 800s for my carpal tunnel in my wrist. So I took an 800 about 20 minutes ago. So by the time I get my appointments there, it'll be fully kicked in. And so I'm gonna do the ibuprofen. They say that it is better to get this done while you're on your period because your cervix is already slightly dilated, and it makes it easier to sound sound your uterus and insert the device. You know, you can get it done when you're not on your period, but they say it's better. You know, it sucks. You're crampy as it is already. It already sucks. But, you know, having the cramps already, it's gonna feel like is just bad period cramps. You know, except for that pinch from the tenaculum. That's all. It'll just feel like cramping. You know what I mean? So here's to hoping that everything goes well. You know, I think it will. I'm still nervous because of what happened the first time. I know I'm ranting, but not everybody has a lot of this information. You know, I tried to look it up. You know, there's a lot of horror stories. Like, some people are crying, you know, taking the video of them while they're getting it done, and some of them are like screaming and crying and like stop. And some of them are like, oh, that was easy. You know, one girl got the Paragard that I watched, and this other girl got the Mirena, and both of them were so hyped up beforehand, and then when they actually got it done, they're like, you know, it was nothing. It was a little pain, but it wasn't barely anything. And I remember one saying her pain tolerance was it was completely nothing. So she, like, her pain was like, you know, to her. And me, I have a relatively like mid to high pain tolerance. Mainly it's abdominal pain, you know, and period pain. My cramps are god awful as it is. You know, I've had a couple moments where I felt like I needed to go to the ER because they were so bad. You know, so this is not, it just feels like it's a little bit of an amplified cramp, and that's nothing I haven't felt before. You know, I'm just worried that it may not work again, but I trust my doctor. He has been in practice for, I can't even tell you how many years, and he's my mom's doctor as well. So, you know, she's been going to him forever and ever. So, like 20 plus years, and he's fantastic. You know, he tells you every little detail about everything. You know, you trust him. And you know, some women are skeptical about having a male doctor. I will tell you right now, it is bullshit. Male doctors, they are fantastic too. I think that since, you know, they're an OBGYN, they have to be female. Some women think that. No, they don't have to be female. Sometimes I've only ever found the male OBGYNs are freaking awesome. So that is a myth. So, and just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there for everyone. But yeah, I can do a video afterward letting you guys know how it went, if it worked, if it didn't work, If it didn't work, I might be a little ragey, but if it did work, I'll just be kind of crampy and a little but at the same time, I will be elated that it worked. I really hope it does this time, because if it doesn't, I will be very upset, because that after this point, my doctor, as much as he does not want to, he has to try different regimens. In this case, it would be the Depo-Provera shot, which he does not like. So sorry about that. I had to turn. So we're gonna, hopefully everything goes well. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'm gonna put this on YouTube or not. I should, because other women could be aware of this type, because like I said, Kyleena, there's not many videos on it because it's still new, you know. So I am on my way there now, and I am nervous, but actually, to be honest with everyone who watches this, just talking about all of this and getting it out of my system, even though I'm not talking to a person face to face, it actually makes me feel quite better that I get it off my chest. I actually feel a lot better now. I don't feel as you know, hyped up and nervous, and you know, and you know, sorry, so late in the video. Excuse my get up going on here. I just kind of threw myself together this morning, and this is a mess today, but I do not care. Do not give a damn. So I can do a video after I get the procedure done, and I can let you know how everything went. So wish me luck. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.